Hi, I'm here with Alexa, and we're going to be doing our role play version of the intervention now. Hi, Alexa, how are you today?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
Great. I'm glad that you came today, and this is our first session together. So there's a lot of information we need to cover before we start talking about how we can work together and see how we can help you through this time.
Okay.
I just want to remind you some of the paperwork that you signed earlier today. All of our sessions, every time we meet, is confidential. Anything you say, will stay between us. I will have to break confidentiality though if something you say will be a harm to you or someone else. And I will be taking notes also throughout the session. So if anytime you want to see them, just let me know, and I can definitely show you what's going on. Okay. Any questions about that?
No, not right now.
Okay. So just tell me a little bit about why you're here today. What brought you in?
Okay. Well, I I'm 19 years old, and as of right now, I am in DHS.
Okay.
Okay. So soon I'll be aging out, and I'm going to be out on my own. This is the thing. I wanna do better for myself and stuff. So I want to go to college, but I don't think that that's going to be feasible because I'm working right now. I'm working two jobs right now, but like once I start school, I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep up working and going to school and being able to support myself because DHS isn't going to be able to take care of me after I age out. And to be honest, the only other person that's going to be on my corner is my grandma, but she's on a fixed income. She can't really help me. And then, like, I have friends, but like they can't help me all the time. So I don't know. I need help.
Okay. Understandable. So let me just make sure I understood exactly what's going on. So you're R19, you're aging out of DHS in a couple of years.
Yes.
And you're concerned about, being independent and on your own once the help that you're getting from DHS ends.
Yes, because
Okay.
I really don't know how this is going to work.
Okay. So as of right now, how are you managing with? Do you have any bills that you have to pay right now? Um, what do you do?
I mean, I have my phone bill.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta make sure I eat, sleep. But DHS gives me the vouchers for like my housing and my eating and stuff like that. That's pretty much gonna be my main thing. Cause
Okay.
I mean, I work two jobs, but like it's Dunkin' Donuts I work Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, and then at night I do home health aid work.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
Okay. I mean, those are definitely great concerns to have, and these are things that any adult at any age are always concerned about. So okay, let's talk about this a little bit. So you said that some of the challenges that you're facing or that you're concerned about right now is just making sure that you're able to cover your rent and your utilities and food and
Yes.
basic living needs, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. So with the two jobs that you have at the moment, are you able to save? Are you saving since you don't have to pay rent right now? Are you saving anything?
I'm trying, but it's kind of hard because I mean, like I have younger siblings still, so
Okay.
I mean, when I see them, I try to give them something here and there. So it's taken from me, but I'm their big sister.
Okay. Okay. Understandable. So have you ever worked out a budget with your DHS worker or your teachers in the past when you're in school or anything like that? Have you sat down to think about a budget or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Okay, so that might be something we may want to start working on.
Okay.
Because I know you said again you have siblings that you also want to make sure you look out for, which is great. So that's something that probably you could also incorporate into your budget of a monthly expense of knowing you have like a bill per se that you want to make sure you're able to cover with whatever else you have going on.
Okay.
So when you think about independence, what are some of, can you name like two positive traits that come with being independent? Something that makes you excited about being independent?
Mm. Knowing that I got all my stuff on my own.
Okay. Okay.
And nobody could take it from me.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Not having to answer to anybody.
That is a
that would be great.
a good part. Okay, those are very good things. So to work on the first one, you said that knowing that you got things on your own. So to work on what steps do you have to take in order to obtain whatever it is, whether it be material things or just a feeling while you're on your own. So let's work on how you feel about being on your own. So do you, do you feel as though, what is it that makes you most anxious other than, financially not being able to provide for yourself?
One of my biggest fears is kind of like following my mom's footsteps.
Okay.
Like, okay, as you know, I'm in the system, and I'm in there because my mom wasn't able to take care of us because she wanted to have fun all the time. She wanted to pretty much just do her, and she just pretty much just said, forget the kids. So me, I want to do different. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I want to be able to be able to take care of my own. Have responsibility and own up to my responsibilities.
Okay. And that is a great way to start. So you know that you have responsibilities, that you are, you have to, there's certain things where, even though you don't have children right now, that there are certain things that you have to take care of in order for you to be at peace or to feel more calm about, the future that's coming. So instead of, when you think of independence and, being on your own, how about instead of thinking of, oh, I don't want to be like my mother, or I don't want to fail at this, think about the good things that come with independence, like you said, of not having to to answer to anybody else, knowing that the positives that you mentioned, knowing that you got these things on your own. And I challenge you to every time those negative thoughts come to mind, to shift gears a little bit and think about those things, that what, I'm not going to be like my mom because I don't have to answer to anyone, and I can do this. I can go ahead and make sure that these bills are paid. I can make sure that my siblings are taken care of within my strength.
But how am I going to do all of this while trying to go to school? I don't see how this is going to happen.
Understandable, definitely understandable. Well, that's definitely, I would also suggest we take this one step at a time. Okay. So as of right now, because you are in under the care of DHS, so you do have a little time, to figure things out, to plan things out. Okay. What did you want to go to school for?
I wanted to go to school for nursing.
Okay, that is a great profession. There are a few steps that you can take. You can also always start with, for example, being a medical assistant. A program like that doesn't take as long or as extensive time, or even if you wanted to jump right into the field of nursing, there's nowadays, especially with technology, there's online classes that you can take. Or you can go to a community college and take some of the classes there and try it out for a little bit. Okay. You have a lot of options, actually. You are, and again, because you are still under the care of DHS, you still have some wiggle room to try things out. Okay. And still have a safety net until you're ready to see how things move forward. So I want to leave you with a little bit of homework for this first time. I know the word homework can be a little bit difficult sometimes.
I just graduated. I mean, I'm not completely, but still, I'm trying to get away from this homework.
I understand, but this is fun homework. This is homework that actually these are things that you could also include your friends on, and you can challenge them as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to improve themselves, and there's always room for improvement. So within the next week until we meet each other again,
Okay.
I want you to start generating positive thoughts about your independence. And how do you do that? I'm sure you're asking, right?
Yes.
I want you to write down where you are now. What are your thoughts about independence? The things that scare you, the things that you're excited about, the things that you don't want to see happen in your future. And right under that also, I want you to write what would make that problem better. So for example, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Say you're concerned about paying the light bill.
Yes.
All right, so I don't have money today to pay the light bill, but the light isn't off yet. So I mean, it doesn't fix your problem, but at the same time, it should be able to give you a little bit more peace about, give you a little bit calmer about, it's going to happen. It will happen, and the problem isn't here right now. So I need to just calm, be and think. You know what? It hasn't happened yet. I still have a day to go to work. And we can figure this out. I can call, and take that, and sit down and write down some steps of what's going on. Okay.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
And then also along with that, I want you to write down some affirmations about yourself.
What are affirmations?
Those are positive thoughts, positive vibes that you give yourself each morning. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy as like, I'm going to be a rocket scientist or anything like that. It's just, stand in the mirror and say, I am alive. Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am generous. I am beautiful. Just positive things about yourself. And I want you to repeat that, when you wake up in the morning and right before you go to bed. And again, this is just to train your mind to think positively and, and to grow your own strength. Okay?
Okay.
So how do you feel about that?
It's not bad. I could do this homework.
Okay. Homework could be fun sometimes.
I could do this.
When we meet again next week, we will talk about how your homework went and the next step from there. All right?
Okay.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you next
Thank you.
week.
Yes, thank you.